Go ahead, get in. I'll make you a star. Have all the senoritas call me. Who is that? Who is that beautiful specimen in the green shirt?
Hey, wait.
Give me a Maricone's number.
Fuck you, puto.
Everybody, still here. So we're hard at work on this, tearing this Caprice down to get ready to put the Impala on it. The 59 Impala. We got the front end apart, got all the crap off the front. We tore down the firewall. Because they had a whole bunch of all the wipers actually were in this cavity, this plastic cavity. So it's real promising. We may be able to use wipers from the Impala and we move the windshield back the 8 inches required, about that 8 inches required to make the car fit right. So let me turn this around. So we got all that cleared off. Here's the pile of small stuff. We've already got all the body parts off. We've just been trimming out all the little things. So headlights almost usable. So we have. I've been tearing the dash out, getting it torn down. I wanted to show you a hack we have to take out good glass. This windshield is nice. It's probably $350 unit. I have a Caprice also that I drive daily, so I want to keep the windshield around if I can. If I can replace my car. They are hard to get because they're made in Australia, and these Caprices are kind of one-off deals. So I wanted to show you a little trick I have, a little hack that most people don't really know about. I learned this out of desperation. What we have here is a piece of stainless wire that we thread through the edges of the windshield rubber. It came from this emergency brake cable. So it doesn't have to be emergency brake cable. It can be pretty much anything that has a stainless wound cable. So we already cut the window out with one strand. Now, when you're cutting it, you feed that piece of wire through. We started right here. We took a razor knife, this razor knife, and just gouged out as much as we can out of the side here. You're going to trim off any excess on the outside. Trim off any excess on the outside of it so you can get all the rubber off it. Excuse me. And then I'll take the wire in, heat it up, and push it through with a pair of pliers. And I'll get it pretty hot with a lighter. So the key is not to have to push through a lot of rubber, a lot of sealant. So if you can get a lot of that sealant out of there and get it hacked up some, it makes it much easier to heat this and push it through the windshield seal. Push the windshield seal. So of course this is for glued in type windows, not for rubber type. Rubber type you can just cut out with a razor blade, no big deal. These glue ends are a pain in the ass. And now they're flush fit, you don't have a lot of room to work because they're real tight along the edge here. So we've already been cutting this one out, as you can see. So I'm gonna pull it. When you pull around the bottom here. All right, so we got the window out, as you can see. Here's what way we do it. You can use regular pliers, but I use vice grips, and get a hold of them and just saw your way out of it. Basically, when you're coming around, you got to be aware of obstacles like catching a hold of this VIN tag, or there's a plastic thing that was up here that centers the windshield on. Where's that? This hole right here. And so just push the wire up and kind of cut underneath, on top of it. So the other thing is if you want to save the interior pieces like this, then you need to remove them first. Otherwise, you're going to put that. I don't want to give two shits about this because we're going to throw them away. As a headliner, we're not going to use the headliner, so I just saw through it. No big deal. So now that we have the windshield out, it's over there on top of the gremlin. Yeah, we're doing a gremlin. So anyway, it's better with two people, but one person can do it if you were really desperate. Back in the day when you couldn't get glass for some cars, especially rear windows, when you're at the wrecking yard and you need to cut out a piece of window, that's how we got desperate and we cut a piece of emergency brake cable up. And to me, it's the best way to go. I guess some people use piano wire, but there's not a music store usually when I need one open, so I end up using this stuff. So anyway, just cut it out and be careful when you're coming around. Make sure when you come around the edges, you're not putting any pressure on the glass. So you want to be cutting way down at an angle like this. You don't want to be pulling up like this, okay? Because you'll break that glass in a heartbeat. And when you pull it, when you get down in the corners, you just take it and tuck it in around the edge of the glass, and then pull it, and you end up cutting this whole section off all at one time. So it takes a little while to do it that way, but at least you don't break the glass. And for Christ's sake, please, if you want to save a window, don't get impatient, okay? You got to cut it all the way around. The minute you pull one little section you didn't get, you think you can break it loose, you'll crack your window every single time. Trust me, I know from experience. So anyway, that's out of there. And it's over there. So now we can get the Sawzall out, start cutting this thing. All right, buddy, still here. Anyway, it's Sunday. Where am I at? The shop. Because I'm excited about this build. So Rafi, who has gone to lunch, and I have been working on this all morning, and we have got a whole pile of stuff removed. The little stuff, which gets in the way, and we got to have it out of the car anyways to put the Impala on it. So we're trimming and trimming. We got the glass out, as you can see. So it's Sawzall ready. The back glass, I'm just gonna cut below it, toss it. I'm not gonna save it. I don't really need to. So I'm breaking my back glass, so I'll buy another car. So, so as you can see, we got all the front off it, the rear support, all the busted up bumper, all that crap. You can see where it got into the lower brace here, but it really didn't do the frame rails at all. Bent the corner of these things a little bit, but that's nothing. This frame rail looks like it's a little out. So we're gonna do a little measuring. I don't know. So anyway, we may have to go to the frame rack and pull it over a little bit. So I worked on the dash last night. Taking the dash pad off. Got the cluster out, little piece by piece, because I wanted to try to retain the AC still on leaving the firewall and pull the dash pad off and use as much of the under structure as I can to meld in with Impala stuff, or Impala dash. So we're gonna keep on getting the dash pad out of it. One thing about these cars, they have an ugly ass shifter. I don't know what I can do to change the shifter, but I'm gonna try to. It's got electronic shift apparently, so I can move it over. So I'm gonna move that over. I'm trying to use a Impala console or something, like a 62, 3, 4, or whatever bucket seat console. As you can see, these cars come with a rubber matted floor. So when the prisoners barf, they can easily clean out. I guess when the cops barf, they can clean out too, because it's all the way to the front. So anyway, so it's easily cleanable. But the nice thing about it is, man, this thing is padded. It's super thick. It's molded, and I'm leaving it. So I don't know if I even put carpet in here or not. I don't know. When it's all cleaned up, it looks pretty decent, you know, believe it or not. So I'm not really gonna worry about that too much. As you can see, we got the getting the top of it down, getting it all cut out. You can see the back. We're gonna cross the police line, of course, and I'm gonna start cutting the quarters off. And then I'm probably gonna do like a low cut through here to get the basic majority of it off. Try to miss that fuel door. I don't want to do the fuel door yet. And the top of the body off, probably cut the posts out separately so they're easier to handle. And then we'll pull the body cap off and just start trimming out the wheel wells. The back here, you can see the wheel tub. So we're gonna come into right at the edge there and just come all the way down and then cut off right here. So go all the way around, cut that portion out so that we can, there's going to be a gap between the Impala wheel tubs and the Caprice wheel tubs, obviously, because the car's so much wider. So we'll have to make a piece of that. Probably going to have to buy wheel tubs. Hopefully I can buy them for the Impala because it's pretty rusty back in that area. So I just put new wheel tubs in it and build the lower quarter panels out with patches. So anyway, there we are. It's Sunday, the 18th. We got a lot of it out. We got the firewall stuff pulled off, which now that I got it off, I thought that was all metal. So it's cool because, man, that gives a lot more cowl space that we can use to put wipers back into here. So maybe we can cut it off right here, on here, and then put the stock cowl piece in there from the Impala, and then put the wipers out of it. So anyway, we'll see when we start cutting it or start getting it in place. But until then, we got a long way to go. So anyway, talk to you later. Bye.